Good morning and welcome to ARL-TV for this round 11, final round of season 3 V8 SuperCar series. Is it season 3 we're in now, Woody? I'm joined with my co-commentator,
yes.
Andrew Woodhouse. Sorry, just jumping you in there.
Good morning, Alex. Sit back, relax, drink it in. The final round of the season. We have 26 of the world's best drivers here to race around this historic Brands Hatch circuit. It's the full course today, Alex. It's very fast, very flowing.
Yeah.
Should see some nice action.
Yeah, guys, just got about a minute or so of qualifying left. Before we just have a quick look at the times, let's just have a nose at the table as it stands. See Marty Atkins, CST Australia team leading the way. To be fair, all he's got to do is get another top 5 finish. Well, I don't even think he needs to worry about it. I think he's wrapped the title up last week. It's going to be very, very difficult for Simon to get in front of him. I think with drop rounds, I think it's almost impossible. I haven't worked the maths out rather shoddily as I am. It's early in the morning. That's my excuse. So. But what is amazing, looking at the stats, both obviously Marty and Simon are teammates, and neither of them have won a race this season, and they're first and second in the championship. So just goes to show how consistent they've been and what being consistent can do in this series. So
yeah, and I'll tell you something, Simon's got a good chance to win this race today. Looking at his qualifying time so far, he's on the provisional pole. Wouldn't it be a great way to finish the season for CST if one of those boys can grab a victory?
yeah, I think so. The icing on the cake, get themselves on the top spot of that podium, really celebrate the championship. We've already got the Constructors' Championship sorted, get the Drivers' Championship and get themselves a nice race win. Would be fantastic.
And especially for a two-car team, they've done a fantastic job this season. Really have. Against some of the bigger teams. Those two have battled away.
A few seconds left of qualifying then, so let's just take a quick look at the grid as it stands. If you want to run down that for us, Andrew?
I can, yes, very quickly as we approach 15 minutes. Just a couple of guys who are going across the line. They will get another lap, Dean Prescott and Ryan Littlemore. As Simon Black is currently on provisional pole with 128.096, just a fraction in front of Trevor Johnson in second. Tommy Comper and Marlon McMullen on row 2. Richard Semenkovic and Marty Atkins make up the 5th and 6th positions. Damien Butler and Nick Rainbird are 7th and 8th. Ahead of Matt Burnett in 9th and Tobias Cherney in 10th. Justin Di Giandomenico is in 11th, ahead of Tim Falters, with Justin Allen and Michael Middleton on the row behind them. In 15th is Jason Scandalera in front of Dave Oliver, who took victory last week. That's quite far down the grid for him, but I'm sure he'll make a little comeback there. Dean Prescott in 17th, Will Dodd 18th, Craig Dorr 19th. Isaac De Figueiredo in 20th, Stephen Jenkins 21st, Brenton O'Brien 22nd, Cedric Finsack in 23rd, Stephen McPherson 24th, Ryan Littlemore 25th, Roma Alcala 26th, and Mark Noble brings up the back of the field.
Wow, that's a pretty sizable grid we've got today. 27 cars around Brands. It's going to be a hell of a race. So
it's lucky that it's not the Indy circuit, Alex.
We should have put them on. Should have put them on that for the laughs of it, the lols.
I must admit, this long course here at Brands Hatch, it does provide a slightly different challenge. There are a couple of fairly decent sized straights, but most of it is fast corners, and you know, you really do. I mean, we know from experience, we've driven this track last season. You really do need a good setup to.
You do. It needs to be balanced in the slow speed as well as some of the high speed stuff as well. So it's a bit of a challenge for these guys. The undulations also don't help in this car as Rainbow gives it some serious drift through turn 2. Just before we
bad effort there.
Just before we start, just want to give a big shout out to the sponsors. Pagnin Imports obviously sponsored us through the season.
Before we start, guys, just want to thank Mark Noble for all the work he's done this season, and Tom Jones, and thanks ARL for hosting us every week, working out, guys. Back next season.
Just as we have a bit of team radio there, Tim Foltz thanking all the moderators, so he's done my job for me. But yes, back to the sponsors. Pagnin Imports, thanks for those guys. They're following us next season as well, and we've got some interesting stuff coming up.
I'm leaving after this race, so thank you guys for giving me the opportunity.
Also thanks to Apex Racing League for putting this on.
Thank everyone for putting up with 10.
Sim News Daily. And don't forget to follow us at Apex Racing UK and Apex Racing League on Twitter and Facebook. And yeah, you probably didn't hear any of me because the guys were all chatting away. Shush.
Indeed, and they have a right to do. It's the final round. And some people saying they're going to the league. Some people
good work, boys.
wishing everybody luck for the final round of the season. This is going to be a good one, Alex. I have a feeling that we're going to be in for a raucous race here at Vantage. Simon Black's on pole position. And we are almost ready. We are 30 seconds away from the green. Look at all the cars, Alex. They almost take up the entire straight.
It looks fantastic.
Will there be 8 cars still at the end of the opening lap? I wouldn't hold my breath, but we will try. I really hope so. Everybody makes it through clean.
God, it looks epic from that view there. Just looking back up the track. Some of these guys are going to have tricky starts though. Not on an even surface. Some of them are
downhill as well.
Yeah.
And then you've got the front guys starting uphill. Could be some chaos through Paddock Bend. As the revs are rising. The lights are on. Green. And the green light is on. Here at Brands Hatch. No, Trevor Johnson got an awful start. A bit of a pile up in the middle. And Black takes the lead through turn 1.
Oh, we've got people coming back onto the track. It's going to be carnage.
A couple of cars off through. Well, there's not a couple of cars off through Paddock Hill. It's about 10 cars off. As Matt Burnett's gone wide there. I think most people have made it through there though. Justin hasn't. He's in the gravel. Yeah, Simon's still out the front. We're just keeping an eye on that on the blimp cam at the moment. But so far, so good from him. Start from him, Alex. Yeah, I think that's what caused a lot of it as well. Just seemed to get bogged down. Everybody's struggling to try and get past him while getting as much power down as possible. But it's Simon Black leading. He's got Tommy Cumper behind him. Remember, Tommy Cumper's very strong at this track. English driver. It's home round. Yeah, he'll be really wanting to make a good impression here. I wonder if Tom Jones has made it. Obviously, last season's winner here. I don't know. I didn't see him on the grid. Not on the grid. That's a shame, right? Because he's certainly one that's tasty quick around here, so would have had a good shout. So, Alex, we were talking about the CST team wanting a victory. They're first and third at the moment. Yeah, they'll be delighted with that start as well. Obviously, Marty was way down on the grid, so he's made up some places nice and early. David Oliver up to 10th as well from 16th, so he's had a fantastic start. It was a poor start from Johnson, it really was. And there's Black leads from Cumper and Atkins. Bolters has got up to 5th. That's a terrific start from him. He started at 12th. Yeah, I'm just going to actually I'm just going to wind it back now and have a quick look at the start. Well, let's see who's in some trouble after lap 1 then. Got involved. So it looks like Johnson, McMullen, Stamenkovic, Burnett, Di Giandomenico and Di Figueiredo all having first lap trouble. Just having a quick look at the start back then here, just focusing on Trevor really, just to see what happened. As the cars will pull away at the moment. I've just wound it back a little bit too far. And, you know. Yeah, he just got ever so sideways, got on the grass, struggled to get it back going, and then we were 3 wide, and he was just, yeah, it's just nothing really could do. I mean, it only really caused an incident with him, but I think there was something else on the inside. Got side-by-side action, Alex, for 7th and 8th. Jason Scandalera's going backwards. He's been passed by 2 cars in the space of 2 corners. Yeah, Dean Prescott tucked up behind him now. And I think he's just been overtaken by Craig Dorr. Oh, sideways in one of the REM cars. It's a good battle, this actually. For somebody's been off. Oliver off. Oh, Oliver's off at Paddock Hill into the gravel. Did he manage to keep it out of the wall? Sure. Dean Prescott running well in 12th. Down 17th. Got Cherney in behind him. Cherney, of course, took the victory a couple of weeks ago, didn't he? The track escapes me. He took the win. Chris Lucky. He's not here today, it's a shame.
Just going to spool up another replay actually of the start, because this one's pretty messy, and it definitely looks like we were 3 or 4 wide, and this is what's caused all the problems.
Actually, looking at that, there were only, I believe only two or three cars have retired, so maybe not as bad as it could have been. But I think all the cars are still running actually, Alex. There's no retirements. Oh, it might be one, Justin, I think is retired, but...
Yeah, I'm afraid a little bit too much haste and not enough patience from people there at the start, all determined to make up places off that start line, rather than think about going 4 wide. And yeah, the resulting thing was people were bouncing off each other everywhere there, so crazy start. But nonetheless, we've still got a good race on our hand here. Journey up the inside of Prescott. Nice little move, late on the brakes, timed that well, and I think that is Oliver putting a move on. Well, actually no, it's Trevor Johnson just a lap down. So
Johnson is going to find progression quite difficult actually until these guys pit, you would think. So because he can't really. It'd be very difficult for him to unlap himself from 6 drivers as Butler went very wide and he's lost a few positions here. Gonna lose out to all these guys.
Yeah, everyone comes steaming past. Great little shot there. Down the hill.
P7 to what I believe is P12 now.
Thanks, mate.
Oliver survived his trip into the gravel at Paddock Hill and is now back in front of that's Dean Prescott, so he's back in front of.
Yeah, and obviously Trevor Johnson's getting himself in the mix here, obviously on the fresh rubber.
And you've got Tim Falters in P4, he's coming under a bit of pressure from Justin Allen in the Red Bull car. Falters a bit sideways through Paddock Hill, that's what we like to see. Not going to help his tyres though. As into Druids. No overtaking place there really. Braking area is short.
Churney up the inside, down at turn 2. Got someone off Finsack again. Going to see a lot of that today. So tricky.
We've still got 25 cars on the lead lap though, Alex. Sorry, 24 cars on the lead lap as Alcala and Finsack go side by side. Alcala has made excellent progress actually from 27th on the grid up to 18th place now. Corentin Peters started absolute bum last, and he's now 17th, so a good start from him. The Frenchman.
Yeah, it just goes to show that you can just take your time, have a steady race, and you will pick up places. Just keep yourself out of trouble.
Finsack still battling with Alcala. I want Alcala to really show his fighting spirit and not let anybody through easily. The challenge I gave him a few weeks ago.
Trevor Johnson seems like he's having fun out there.
As wide went Scandalera and Oliver went through, so Dave Oliver, despite one getting involved in contact at the beginning and then 2 going off at Paddock Hill Bend, he's still somehow in the top 10.
Yeah, he's working his way up through the field quick. It just goes to show perhaps his qualifying time wasn't representative of his true pace, and he's got some pace as he's got Trevor Johnson looking to try and unlap himself. Still got half a chance of a reasonable finish, Johnson, if he can get on it. And
Matt Burnett taking Mark Noble for 20th, fighting back through the field. It's going to be interesting actually, Alex, because it's quite a long race this, 35 laps. Later on in the race we're going to see some of the guys who got involved in the first lap accident. coming back through the field, so we should get some excitement later on as well.
Yeah, I just want to actually give a shout out to a couple of drivers, and that's Simon Black and Matty Burnett. They're the two drivers in this championship that have turned up to every round. No other drivers have done it, so you know it's dedication, and you know we appreciate that kind of commitment. So yeah, big shout out to those guys, and thanks for turning up to every race in the series.
Yeah, we do indeed, and big thanks to them. And they might have turned up tomorrow.
Oh, someone off wide. I'm not sure who that is. Is that Prescott? No, it's not. It's one of the REM cars. Is that?
Quick Door, I think. And he's going to be possibly passed by Butler into clearways. We'll see if Butler can get the run. He can't quite. Bolters is still doing an excellent job, Alex, of holding.
Rainbird round the outside here. I think he's got the move done. Fantastic. Not the easiest of corners to do that one. It's so tricky.
And Johnson is trying to go around the outside of Cherney. Had a kill. And you know, he might have just made that stick. Can he outbrake him? Into Druid to go around the outside. It's possible here.
Yeah, Cherney doesn't really need to fight Johnson. He's a lap down on him.
He's not. Oh, sorry, Johnson is, yes.
Yeah, so just let him have it. I was saying just keep with him so you don't lose any more places. I think he's decided to do just that.
Yeah, Johnson's just trying to pick up as many points as he can here, and be a bit foolish to start fighting him.
Just having
Oliver
a quick
up to 8th, Rainbird 7th.
Just having a quick look at the leader here as well. You can see the top three just pulling away from the rest of the field, but he's looking pretty comfortable in that. Is Black here? We'll see what Compass got for him later on, but obviously Marty sitting in third place.
Atkins looked extremely fast at the start of the race, but I think he mentioned something about his steering being bent, so he might have had a little tap at the beginning, which might be slowing him down slightly. It looked like he had the pace on these two.
Just a little love kiss there. Oh, I think that's I'm not sure who that is actually. Just
where are we looking?
17th. It looks like it was McMullen.
O'Brien and McMullen.
Yeah.
Back in panels. And that's what we like to see.
2 or 3 times both cars surviving that though. Look at the state of McMullen's front end though.
Finsack on the inside. Burnett as well.
Yeah, obviously
there's no room there, is there?
There's these drivers obviously coming back through.
Good pass by Burnett. Can he make it stick? And because O'Brien's going to have a nice run into Druids. I don't think he's going to outbrake him. He's not close enough. And Burnett with nice progress up to 19th position now. Sorry.
Yeah, Trevor Johnson's still showing as 25th. He's trying to unlap himself from David Oliver here.
This battle here, Alex. Peters, Alcala, McMullen, Finsack, O'Brien, Burnett, yeah, that's it. All nose to tail. Pretty much, or they were. As McMullen's having a go at Roma Alcala, and Roma needs to, I was going to say needs to fight him. I don't think he can really up here towards Surtees. Sorry, from Surtees into Jane Curve.
Yeah, lots of action going on all over the place at the minute. Cameras jumping left, right, centre, trying to keep up with everything.
Justin Allen, sorry Alex, has managed to get past Falters into 4th, so took him a few laps, but he is through Allen. Now Tim is coming under pressure, a little bit of pressure from Michael Middleton. See Michael up there, quite a high position. Falters drifting slightly around Druid. I love these big races, big fields. We had such a small field last week, didn't we, at Oran Park.
Yeah, new track often happens. It's great to see, like you say.
28 cars starting, and we still have 23 of them, which is a pretty good achievement by our standards, actually, by ARL-TV V8 SuperCars.
Oh, up the inside there.
Who?
I think I'm just trying to see who that was. I think that was Matty Burnett on Roma. Oh, and there's contact with Cedric Finsack. Finsack off.
No, Finsack's on. It's Roma that's off.
Oh, Roma, sorry. They look so alike. Definitely next season we'll have to get them to change that up.
Finsack is the one who's remained on the track behind Burnett. What happened there exactly, Alex? I only saw the back end of it.
I think it was Matty Burnett. He just having a little look down into turn 3. Is that? I'm trying to think what corner that is.
Graham Hill?
Yeah, Graham Hill, that's the one. And yeah, unfortunately, I think just Roma turned in a little bit. Matty couldn't get out of it. And yeah, inevitable contact there on the back rear quarter panel sent Roma spinning.
I think Burnett's got some damage there.
I think the person who's probably going to come off worst there would have been Roma.
Stephen Jenkins taking a trip through the gravel. So I might just leave this on the Focus on Crashes camera because I think there's so much action that we end up talking about different things.
Trevor Johnson has now got himself past David Oliver, so we'll see what sort of pace he's got now that he's in clean air, and obviously we know where he qualified, so we know he's quick. It'll be interesting to see where he can fight himself back through to.
Burnett's past Peters into 16th place. Alcala's still going, so I can see that contact didn't affect him too much. Still going in 20th place.
Just going to have a quick look at the action, because we've got Tommy Comper now right on the back of Simon Black. This battle is heating up between them, and the main camera switches over to it as well.
It's indeed as they race down to Paddock Hill again. Comper's got the bit between his teeth, he really wants this. He's fairly close to him into Druids. I don't think he's going to have a go. Like I say, it's a short braking area, even in this V8 Supercar. You have to say, again, we pay tribute to this nearly every week, but what a fantastic job iRacing have done with this Brands Hatch circuit. Brings it to life in a way that we've not seen before.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic track. I thoroughly enjoy driving it, just not in the V8s. I'm terrible here.
It's one of, I must admit, after racing it a few times in this car as well, it's one of my favourite tracks now in England. And good job by the iRacing crew, hopefully as well. We'll be adding it to Lagos next week, which I, for one, I'm extremely excited about. I'm sure you are as well for iRacing GP purposes, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait for that one. So, just to sort of touch back on what I said about this track, I mean, these guys obviously make this track look quite simple. It's not, especially not in these cars. So, you know, just goes to show the sort of calibre of driver we've got in this series as well. And I know some of them are going to do the official series next season, so we wish those all the best for that as well.
Got Mr.
God bless you.
Excuse me. Got Mr. Mawson in the chat, showing his support for Tommy Comper. So.
Oh, sideways! Oh no, I think that was Middleton. I'm not sure who that was. Faults it was. Just got himself a little bit sideways.
Oh,
couldn't.
Nearly came back and gave Dave Oliver a heart attack, I think, there.
The battle for the lead still rages on.
So I think Falters is now down to 8th, behind Cherney.
Yeah, Oliver up to 6 as well, so that's
Rainbird.
10 places he's gained, so.
Rainbird's in the pits, Alex. I think this is for a scheduled stop.
Yeah, we're lap 12 of 35, so I'd expect to see him coming in any time now, so.
As is Scandalera, he's in, and Littlemore. Where's Tommy going to get past, Alex?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's, I mean, I think he's just going to want to get himself close for the pit stop phase at the moment, see what he can do in the pits. Just, Tommy, do not underfill it. We've seen this before from him. It would be a nightmare if he did that, got past, but then just couldn't make it to the end. So hopefully, we've got a little accident. Finsack, this time it is with Peters. Oh, Peters very slow. Guys having to go off the track to avoid him.
What happened there then?
He's got some damage there. There was contact between Finsack and Peters.
Ah, I see. Finsack had gone to the gravel round Druids, and Peters came back on, and Finsack, he might have lost the back end, but that's probably the end of Peters' race. I don't know how O'Brien missed him, to be honest. But that'll be, well, I think Peters has come in and got his fast toe, or he will be soon, at least. I'm surprised that car's still working, actually, Alex. Surprised that's doing anything. I think if he comes in and pits now, it'll be perfect for him.
Yeah, we just focus on this battle for the lead.
Yeah, we need to remember there's actually a fight for the top step of the podium going on. So much action elsewhere. This is the most intriguing battle on the tracks, no doubt. Simon Black looking for his first win of the season. That's amazing to say that, given his championship position.
Yeah, dominant 49 points lead at the top there. Just while we're watching this, just want to give a shout out to one of our commentators who is on track today, Ryan Littlemore. Come on, Ryan, pick the pace up, mate. 25th.
He's gone up to 24th, Alex.
Ah, there we go. We'll take it.
I'm just glad I'm not driving now, because you'd be ripping me a new one on commentary. So
you just have to remind me where I finished last season this race.
Well, this is a point. You overtook me and then you crashed. So
Tommy definitely looks like he's got the bit between his teeth here as well.
He really
Car
does.
looks underneath him as well. He's not really doing too much correction, not seesawing at that wheel. Looks like he's got a great set there.
Should we go on board with him, Alex, and have a look, see what he's doing?
Yeah, we're already on board, sorry.
Oh, are we? Sorry.
But yeah, it looks really calm in that car. He definitely looks like he's dialed in.
Setup looks good. Let's have a look into the fast corners. Lovely. That's the perfect line.
Thanks.
Yeah, these guys as well pulling away from Atkins now. It's good.
He's really close to him in this section, isn't he? Sorry, yeah, Atkins might have some damage though, Alex, so I think
Fair
after
play
the pit
to
stop we might see a better.
Yeah, because he'll get his fast toe as well.
This is where Compa needs to really pressure him on the straight, but such a difficult. We call it a straight, the pitch straight, but it's so difficult to get the power down, isn't it?
I just want to talk about Tommy for a bit. I mean, I know he's featured a little bit on these races, but he's a bit of an ARL veteran. He's been around for well, as long as I can remember on the iRacing side of things. And he's got a natural ability in any car. I mean, he doesn't practice much. He has about an hour and a half worth of practice each week for each of these races. He finds himself at the front here, fighting against some of the best drivers that we have, doing the official series and everything. I run with him the other day in the Riley DP, jumped in straight away, banging the pace in really quick. He can just jump from car to car. He just seems to find the grip, got natural talent. And I think we did approach him once to join like the AR UK team to go for like a DWC spot, because he's easily capable of getting there, and he would be able to fight in the top 25 without a shadow of a doubt. But unfortunately, work commitments stop him from doing it. So, you know, I just want
So
to.
he's sort of forced to. Is he sort of forced to be limited to just the odd race here and there?
Yeah, exactly. He definitely is one of the best drivers on the series, and given some time and practice in the car, any car, I think, you know, we would see him sort of out front most weeks. But yeah, he has limited practice, so just, you know, people just need to sort of stand up and respect what a talent he's got, actually, because for an hour and a half worth of practice each week, the guy does a fantastic job, and you know, people need to know that.
He's very frustrating to race against because he's so good. It's infuriating. You know, he can jump in any car and straight away be 2 seconds quicker than you, and you'll wonder why. But it's just because he's so good. And it'd be nice to see him get the win today. It'd be nice to see Simon get the win though in the final race as well.
Yeah, I have to say, I am kind of rooting for Simon. I don't want to see him at the top of that spot, just though he has got a victory. But there is part of me that says, yes, let's win the championship without even winning a race. That would be quite an achievement as well.
And Lenovo haven't won a race for a while either. So, it'd be good for them to get on the top step after all the effort they put in. And we've heard that potentially they might have a new sponsor on the car next season.
Yeah,
So,
well, there's a lot of stuff going on with Lenovo, so we'll see what's going to happen there. Because
well, indeed.
we'll catch up with Roma during the season break and see what he's got going on for the team, who the sponsor's going to be.
Yeah, new sponsorship brings new opportunities. We've seen many times.
But still, Compa not able to find a way past Black, so all of the praise we give him just goes to show that there are some drivers out there of equal talent, and Black is one of them.
Yeah, indeed. And he's showing that he's very capable under pressure as well, Simon Black. Been under sustained duress from Compa. Oh, Compa getting very close to him now. This is the closest he's been, Alex, to this first sector.
Yeah, I'm thinking down, probably down into turn 2 is going to be where it's going to happen. I can't really see it anywhere else, if I'm honest. He's going to have to get a good run out of the last corner.
There's no long straight into slow corners, really, is there? That's the problem.
So we've got a couple of back markers in front. This could spice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
See how that works. You've got to take your opportunities, and when you see back markers in front, you just think, right, now's the time. Let's try and get it done. We saw so fantastically, like Senna used to use them back in the day. Overtake.
And we saw Hakkinen
Got to be done.
do that with Michael Schumacher as well.
As
Famous style.
back marker moves out of the way nice and quickly there, and I think this is O'Brien. Oh, thought about it,
Oh,
doesn't. This is exactly what we were talking about, but
Decision.
Compa not able to make a move there.
But now we might be able to, Alex. Down the straight into clear. Where's it? Defending for all he's worth is Black.
Yeah, Black sees that. Take a tight line.
This
Tommy
might be-
did manage to come out. He's popped in. He's
missing.
used his. I think that was sensible there from Black. I think he could have been come under a lot of pressure. Decided to duck in the pits. Get it done now. Tommy though will have to absolutely put the pedal to the metal now if he wants to get past during the pit stop phase.
Yep, this is where he needs to shine, and I believe he is quicker than Simon Black. So he needs to put in good laps here. If he can, he needs to channel Michael Schumacher. This is where the great man always used to be at his best, when his rival had pitted.
A lot of guys jumping in the pits now as well.
This is actually an area that you're very good at, Alex. What's the key to good laps between pit stop phases?
But the main thing is actually not to push too hard. You don't want to overdrive the car, so you just want to focus on hitting those braking points on the entry. As long as you're hitting those, you know the lap's going to be tidy. So don't overdrive it. You're going to pull yourself a good lap together.
Yeah, let's have a look at his last few laps then, Compa. An average time for him has been around 30.5. So if he can pull that out, he's got a very good chance of jumping Atkins. So
He's
Black.
had a back marker to deal with, which won't have helped in this lap. Would have been the last thing he wanted. So
I think Burnett passed. Burnett came out of the pits. I think Alex just behind him.
Okay.
I
Just
believe
missed
so.
that. Just jumped off camera. So
Because Burnett's actually a little bit faster than him at the moment. But that's the problem for Compa is as he pits.
And
actually
Burnett's in
Burnett
as
didn't
well.
do that, so.
I'm wondering if Burnett will just drive straight on through. Wonder if he had pit lane speed in.
Don't know what I was watching there. I'm sure I thought Burnett came out just behind him because there's been no way of catching him that quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe I made a mistake on that one then.
Just keep an eye on where Black is at the moment. He's just coming around the last corner, I believe. This is going to be close. Tommy's going to need to start leaving. He's put a lot of
He is
fuel in.
going to leave.
I think, yeah, Black's well through. And Atkins as well, I think, is going to get him too. And Atkins will have a fresh car.
Where did Atkins get that pace from there?
Well, I'm guessing he pitted in a few laps earlier. Now that he's got his steering rack fixed, he's got that pace.
Sorry, mate. I think we have an issue here in the midfield. Tim Falters and Damien Butler. Butler's shouting at Falters for overtaking him. It looked barely clean.
I see. I'll go back and have a quick look at that.
Very hard to see whether there's any contact there. And you know what?
Thanks, Matt.
Oh, maybe
No
some
problem.
contact. I don't know. Hard to tell. Butler was shouting at him on the microphone, which I don't think is the best thing to do, but Bolter's in the gravel at Paddock Hill. And now I wonder if Butler's just going to... We'll just keep an eye on this one, Alex.
Over the mic, Damien.
Stop those people out.
This could be spicy, mate. I'm not sure about the battle for the lead.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look at it now. He just
To be honest,
slipped up the inside. I mean, he had the line. Yeah, it's a funny one.
It didn't look like there was any contact, but I mean, there could have been an issue with the internet coming from Australia to here. And now look, Butler's going to go for this. He's almost certain to go for this, whether Falters wants it or not. But I think he's overcooked it, and he probably, well, that you can see that coming a mile off. See that coming an absolute mile off.
Just,
Butler's rage got better of him there.
Yeah, let's just have a. I've just caught back up with the action because I was watching the replay. Let's just have a look what you were talking about. Yeah, up the inside. Dim just saw that one come in and was like, "Ah, thank you. I'll just take the normal line."
He knew he wasn't going to make it. Oh dear.
And he had a little chuckle over the mic at the same time as well, just to wind him up a little bit more.
Oh dear, that's racing. I think it's. I think his move was actually firm but fair, if I'm honest. And we have, to be brutally honest, we have seen some things that Tim's done before that we've maybe questioned, but that one, I don't see really anything wrong with that one. He had the line, and he wasn't given as much space maybe as he could have been. So, as Alcala's getting in slightly in the way of, very much in the way actually of Atkins. It's interesting though. 1.3 seconds separates the CST drivers. We talked about them not winning a race all season. They're now 1-2. What happens here? Are they allowed to fight each other as much as they can?
Well, I just remember an interview a few races back in the season that we had with them. There pretty much is no team orders. I mean, as far as it's concerned, they've wrapped up the constructors, so I don't see there's anything stopping them. Each of them going to want their first victory of the season, so let's have a battle here, guys. Let's go for it. See what you can do.
Compa has his teammate Alcala just in front of him. And he moves out of the way nicely.
Cedric?
Do we think Tommy can catch these guys now? 129.5 the last lap. Atkins 30.2. Black 29.8. Compa's faster than those two CST boys.
Yeah, Atkins not getting let past here. This is frustrating him.
Burnett though, isn't it? It's a driver of a very similar pace.
Yeah, he is a lapped car, so he needs to get out of the way, really.
He does. But it's always harder lapping a faster car. If they want to not lose as much time as possible, and Atkins got a bit wide there.
We see Compa's right on him now as well, so...
Marlon, let him through on the back straight.
I think he needs to let him through, really. He's not that much slower, but he's... Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, it's unusual. Don't expect this. Matt's normally a really fair driver.
Let these guys go. Let them battle.
Taking a little bit of time there just to let them through. Not quite so much for Tommy, but...
Compa making his displeasure shown over the microphone.
But yeah, Tim Folt's got Dave Oliver, I think, behind him now. So through the pit stop phase, lots of change around.
But look at this, Alex, now. How much that's cost Marty Atkins.
Yeah, huge amount of time. He was right on the back of his teammate. Now he's got Tommy all over him.
3.8 seconds behind. Those two are so evenly matched. I'm not sure he can actually make that up. You have to really work hard. And Simon Black, to his credit, it seems like he's picked up the pace since the pit stops.
Yeah, that fresh rubber helping out. Just seemed like Tommy I think he played it safe with the fuel today. I mean, we mentioned already on the broadcast that has a tendency to short fill it and have to do some fuel save towards the end, and he's not taking any chances. He smelt a victory. He's still got a chance.
But isn't that one of the things that you mentioned? Not having as much practice, and these guys, if they're doing, for instance, maybe 10 hours of practice, something like that, a week, then they will have covered that off, won't they? They'll know how much fuel they need.
exactly that. And they'll also be used to having somebody run really close to them, behind them. Teammates will be pressurising each other through practice sessions all the time, so you get used to it.
The question,
see Atkins, sorry there, Woody. Yeah, see Atkins just get a little bit sideways, short shifting, just to keep the traction in the car there.
You have to ask the question. Oh, very sideways in panic hill, and this might allow Cumper a chance.
He's going to do it around the outside.
Oh, spun. And Atkins has spun. Cumper's hit him.
You've got to be kidding me, dude.
Well, I don't actually think there was any real contact there. I have to say.
There, mate?
Well, this is something we're going to have to go back and investigate. Have a look.
We'll have a quick look at it on the stream. I hate to say it, that's just going to be a bit of a netcode. There's nothing worse than that. To call that.
The two cars didn't actually make contact. Cumper was trying to go around the outside. It did count as a contact, I think, but in real terms it wasn't.
Thanks, Brexit.
So, well, that's gifted the win to Simon Black.
Big fire.
Nobody's going to catch him now. Unless he makes a mistake, but I can't see that happening. I wonder if Cumper's going to let Atkins through, actually. He's just in front of him on the track. Best battle on the track is Dean Prescott and Justin Allen. Now, Justin Allen was up to 4th position earlier on, Alex. What do you think's happened to him?
Sorry, I'll be back with you in just a second. I'm just trying to get that replay up, but apparently we had a tiny little drop as well, so
Littlemore tried to let Prescott through. Prescott went the wrong way around, went on the grass. Very nearly it was the end of his life. But yeah, Justin Allen was running very strongly earlier on, and now struggling a bit.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't get that replay back up to have a look at it. It didn't capture it on the second.
Oh, will do, mate.
On the second screen. It flicked out, which may be another reason as to why there was some contact there. I mean, it looked funny on my main screen.
I didn't think there was. There didn't look like there's any contact whatsoever, but it might have been a, like you say, a coding issue there. It's a shame for Atkins. It's a shame for both of them, actually. It was looking like it was going to be a good fair scrap. I think Atkins' championship has been shot now, to be honest. Well and truly. As we've got Cherney and Rainbird, 4th and 5th.
I still think Atkins has got the championship wrapped up, mate. Sorry.
Atkins has.
Yes, Black is second. Atkins is first.
Well, I'll be damned. Okay. I think Rainbird in 4th place in front of Tobias Cherney. This is the best battle on the track between two very fast drivers. We see both of them up in the top 5 several times. It's been a great way to end the season, Alex, so far anyway. Brands Hatch, seen some good action. 28 cars, that's a tribute to how good this league has become.
Yeah, it's great to see this sort of turnout. Let's hope next season's going to be the same. We're going to, I know the guys are well in the way of planning it, organising it, so there'll be some announcements very, very shortly.
Yeah, is there anything you can tell us now, or?
Well, I can say one thing for sure. It's going to be longer season next time round. So.
Right, excellent.
And we've got some rather tasty prizes up for grabs as well. So. Yeah, keep an eye out on the forum. It's going to be announced shortly, I think. I don't want to say too much more than that.
Don't want to ruin it. We just want to make people's mouths water for next season. Just one thing, I don't know if you can mention anything about this. Is there going to be a limit on entries next season?
Well, actually, they are doing
They
are doing an invite system on the entries, so the bulk of people who have signed up and are regularly commit to racing this season will get an automatic invite.
Nice work, thank you.
And from there, it's going to be a case of everyone's going to be reviewed before they get allowed into the league. Yeah, it's going to be sort of almost like a know a friend kind of thing. If you know somebody and can vouch for you and stuff like that, because we just want good, honest, clean racing next season. So, but as for an actual cap, no, there's not.
Because the best leagues, I've noticed that a lot of the best leagues in the world, you know, Formula One is the main example, have a limit on entries, and you know, the competition to get into that league is almost as intense as the competition within it, and that can only be good for this series, I think. Fantastic.
Yeah, well, like I say, there's still lots of things being planned at the moment, so we'll see what the guys come up as. Cherney gets really close to Rainbird.
Oh, he's
here.
Rubbish thing to know. Can he make a pass though? This is the thing.
Well, we saw Tommy tucked up behind both CST drivers and couldn't get anything done. So, you know, it's difficult to overtake.
I think incidentally Atkins and Cumper actually have a bit of damage.
Yeah, I did hear some
collision
chat on the radio, and it did appear as if Tommy did wait and let him go back past.
These two have a chance of a podium finish, to be honest. They can keep it clean. He's been impressive, Cherney, hasn't he, in the half a season he's done?
Yeah, he has, and I think he's going to be a driver that's going to be around next season, and I look forward to seeing what he can do.
Yeah, he's been very, very consistent, hasn't he? And you can see that he's a metronomic driver. He's got a lot of good. He's just very, very. He doesn't make mistakes.
Thanks,
Simple as that, you know. And those are the sort of drivers who we want. He's won a race this series already.
Yeah, lap 27 of 35. Just wonder if you want to just give us a quick rundown of the order.
Yeah, that sounds good. Simon Black leads by 12.5 seconds over Tommy Cumper. Marty Atkins is a further 4 behind in third. Rainbird is fourth, but he's almost joined at the hip with Tobias Cherney, as we see. Yet again, nose to tail. I've got a clue where Cherney's going to actually make this move stick. Got a good run here. No, there's not enough braking area there. Dave Oliver's 6th anyway, Michael Middleton 7th.
Marty, just be careful, Marty.
McMullen in 8th, Butler 9th, Falters 10th. Butler's actually got ahead of Falters now. Scandalera in 11th, Prescott 12th. Will Dodd is the last car on the lead lap in 13th. Burnett 14th, then in front of Johnson, then Finsack. Alcala 17th, McPherson 18th. O'Brien in 19th, De Figueiredo 20th, and then 2 laps down Justin Allen. I'm not sure what happened to him. Ryan Littlemore 4 laps down, and then the retirements: Craig Dorr, Corentin Peters, Stephen Jenkins, Mark Noble, Richard Stamenkovic, and Justin Di Giandomenico was the first man out. So, what can Nick Rainbird do here to keep Cherney behind him, Alex? It'll be very difficult from here on in.
Well, I just keep it clean, really. That's the thing. Just, you know, I go on about it, you know, hitting his braking points and things like that. That's going to be the most important thing. As we see puff of smoke. Atkins is behind Trevor Johnson. Johnson just gone through, still unlapping himself from drivers, working his way up the field. But yeah, Cherney, those guys are catching up, I can tell you that. So it's going to be interesting.
Rainbird knows that Cherney can't really get past anywhere. He's just holding his line, not even having to move to a defensive line.
Yeah, it's good. It's good driving, to be fair. I mean, I think when he'll see when Cherney's got a little bit of run of him, then he'll go defensive. There's no need to go defensive yet until he absolutely has to. Otherwise, he'll just be slowing himself down. And both these drivers have got the chance to catch Atkins up with the damage that he has.
Yeah, 7 laps to go. 8 seconds is the gap. You say you keep going on about hitting your braking points and things like that, but that is the key to a good defensive position. You know, that is the most important thing, because if you outbrake yourself, you open yourself up for attack. And if you hit your braking points, especially around the track like this with a lot of fast corners, there's nothing your opponent can do, really.
No, exactly. I mean, these guys are pretty evenly matched on pace. So as long as you're getting the most you possibly can out of it, your opponent behind is going to have a real hard job to actually get past.
I don't want to wish any bad on Marty Atkins, but I think this is really the battle for third position. You would think, if the damage is as bad as it is. It looks like his times have dropped big time. Last lap for him was a 53. I mean, very close.
We've got 5 laps to go. We've got Ryan Littlemore. He's just down in the interview channel. I'm just going to drag him up very quickly because he's just blown his engine. Let's just have a quick word with Ryan and then we'll jump back to this battle. Hi Ryan.
You alright guys?
Tell us a little bit about your race, what happened there and the challenges of brands and this car comp for you.
Well, I'm going to be honest, I've not really had time to practice this week because of university, but I just wanted to just take it nice and smooth, avoid any incidents, and luckily I did at the start. But just wanted to just avoid anything, get points. But I'm happy with 22nd, but it's a shame I couldn't finish the race with the big engine blow up on turn 1.
I think we heard on the team chat as well, just as the race started, that you thanked everybody for welcoming you to the league, but it's going to be the last time you race. What are you going on to do next season?
Yeah, just want to take this opportunity to thank Mark and the others for setting up. I really appreciate them letting me come into this league. And yeah, this is my last race, and I'm going to be solely focusing on the open wheel cars, like the Star Mazda and the Williams F1 car. Hopefully, be competing in GP260 very soon. Hopefully, next season is the most likely.
And sorry, Ryan. Rainbird went. Well, he had a problem and Churney's through.
Yeah, a little bit wide. Looked like he caught a little bit of the grass there as well. Couldn't get the power down, so he's lost the place. Sorry Ryan. Carry on.
No, it's alright, guys. Good battling going on there. But yeah, mainly I'm going to be trying to compete in the GP260 very soon, and yeah, just the open wheels for me. I think this V8. I've not tamed the V8 very well.
There's many drivers that have tried and failed. Trust me.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you GP260 though, mate. That's an exciting prospect for you, surely.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I've had yesterday I spent quite a lot of time on Watkins, and I'm already suited to the car. It's very smooth and stable, and it's something that I like because I race on F1, the Xbox 360, so it's kind of the same. But obviously, it's not tire racing, but it lets you, Woody, have a little commentary on the GP260.
Well, I've kind of been neglecting it unintentionally recently, but yeah, I'm going to try and do that. It's something I've been interested in actually wanting to do myself, but I'm not sure I would have the time to really do the best I can. But I do enjoy driving the Star Mazda, and I'm sure you will too over the season, and hopefully we'll see you up there picking up some points.
Yeah, I really hope so. Just go take it a step at a time.
Alright, thanks a lot Ryan. We'll catch up with you later, but yeah, all the best, and we will see you no doubt on the GP260 grid in the future.
Yeah, thanks guys, and hope you enjoy the rest of your race.
Take care, see you soon, mate.
Right, Ryan Littlemore there.
Really, that battle?
ARL-TV team. Sorry, carry on, Woody.
Yeah, really that battle there with the Rainbird going wide. That's really it for all the battles on the track. There really isn't any others.
Yeah, I think so. 3 laps to go.
Possible Dave Oliver might be able to catch Rainbird, but he's about a second a lap quicker. In fact, he's right behind him now. Having said that, and Oliver,
yeah, on the inside, so
does Nick have a problem?
I'm guessing he is short on fuel and he's just having to fuel save now. It looks to me like he's lift coasting at some places.
He did that earlier on in the season, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He was up in 4th place. I think, was it at Virginia?
I think it was Virginia. Didn't he have a massive fight back or something like that from like a lap 1 incident where he found himself in last, got himself all the way up, and then
I think he started really low down the grid.
Oh, he's having major problems.
And Justin Allen off. I don't know what happened to him. He was going really well at the beginning, and he's just had a nightmare ever since. Really has. Now 3 laps down, which is such a shame. part of the race. He was doing good laps that were comparable with the top 5. He was in 4th at one bit. Michael Middleton's had a slightly underwhelming race as well from the start, because he was doing really good times at the beginning. Seems to have dropped off. I don't know if he's had some damage. You mentioned he had a bit of contact with someone earlier on. What do you think that might have been it?
Yeah, sorry, I'm not sure there. Someone was just texting some bits to me. I'll have to have a look at that later, I'm afraid. Sorry, Woody, carry on. Totally distract me.
Redbird's off. He's back on. Won't help his fuel conservation.
No, he seems to be really struggling out there as well.
No,
Cherney and
gravel
Oliver.
lodged in his in the car.
Unlucky. I think I've had that turn somewhere at 6 times trying to catch.
Prescott's gone past Falters, so Prescott's up into the top 10. That's a good effort.
Yeah, be happy with that, I think.
17th on the grid.
Another driver who's actually joined the GP260 series as well, so it's nice to see him back. He used to be Star Master driver a while back, and yeah, he's getting himself back in the car.
Yeah, he's a good solid driver, is Dino. We like to see him race. Will Dodd's on the lead lap, at least for the moment. He's not going to be for much longer, but it's been a solid race from him. I don't think we've seen him before in this league, so...
No, I don't think so as well. I'm sure he must have had an invite sent out to him somewhere.
It's a nice, solid effort, though.
But yeah, doing well. And I think Atkins has got this 3rd place wrapped up as well. Cherney still 5 seconds behind, not enough time in the last few laps to do it.
Quite like that paint scheme as well, Alex. That he's got, very simple.
As we have a look at Black here as well. 2 laps to go. It's looking good. I don't say want it anymore.
Yeah, he's not going to do enough of the championship here, but he's 10 seconds in front of Comfort.
Yeah, I think it was mathematically possible, but it basically needed Atkins not to finish, so it was a 0 point. But even with drop rounds, it was still going to be close, because Atkins has had pretty strong finishes all season. I think Black's only had 1 where it wasn't in the top 10, so...
One thing's for sure, Alex, it's been a great season in V8s. And, you know, I'm still thrilled to be part of this league every week. I enjoy the competition, and well, I think this is the best league we have on ARL at the moment. The GP260 isn't far behind, but I mean, what do you think? What do you think to the season as we approach the last lap?
Oh, it's been a fantastic season actually. Lots of battles. I mean, I don't think we've had a single race where we haven't had some sort of on-track battle going on at one time, apart from perhaps right now. You know, it really has been a great season, and it gets better and better as well. The level of competition improves, the way the leagues run improves as well. You know, it's an evolution. Got to remember, Apex Racing League are pretty new to iRacing as a group. I think we've only been doing it for about 11 months as far as a league goes, so still very, very young. But we've got a lot of experience in other areas, and that's sort of coming through, and it just goes to show we're putting on good leads, and it's going to improve for next season, which I'm really, really looking forward to.
The only position change I can see, Alex, at the moment will be Damien Butler. It looks like he's going to get past Nick Rayburn on the last lap.
Yeah, just focusing on Black really, as he's going to bring it round. It's going to be his first victory of the season. He's got a slower car in front of him. Doesn't need to overtake him. He ought to just sit there. It's Tim Foltz, I believe. Just sit behind him. There's no need. Don't put yourself in any kind of pressure.
Oh, sorry, man. I'm just got a big car. Like you wouldn't believe this.
Just need to work out which way they're going, these two.
Yeah. There's no need, like I said, there's no need for him to go past.
Thanks, that.
And we see Simon Black coming across. First victory of the season.
Time for that. Good win, mate.
Yeah, fantastic race there. his
and he allowed
teammate
Walters to do another lap as well, which was a nice sporting gesture, I think.
Tommy Cumper giving it some large over the line, finishing in second.
Ooh.
Got to remember, drivers haven't finished and penalty points count, so he needs to get himself off the track, because if someone does hit him before people finish, it's going to affect their race.
Yeah, and his own points as well.
Marty Atkins.
Come over, and he's the champion. And that's well deserved. That's the first ARL champion of 2013.
I just want to point a stat out for Atkins. 10 race starts, 10 top 5 finishes, no wins, you're champion. Just goes to show what amazing consistency he has had, and you know, the consistency can win you the championship. Fantastic season.
What does that say? You know,
Well done, Dean. Good job there.
there's the one, Atkins is a great consistent driver. Two, that he's got exceptional fighting spirit. But three, that he's smart, that he knows what it takes to win the championship. And
well, we've got Tommy, our P2 guy, just in the interview booth. We will try and get hold of the race victor and the championship winner. They are in TeamSpeak. I know they're not always keen to jump up in the interview channel, but I will pull them up if they don't get themselves up there this week, because yeah, you can't not have an interview for a victory and championship winner. But
they need to fulfill the media obligations.
yeah, indeed. Let's just grab Tommy up though. Hi Tommy, welcome to Commentary Box.
Hey guys.
Tell us a little bit about your race today. How did you feel it went?
It's kind of a bit of a blur, because I'm kind of pumped up at the moment. Kind of last 5 laps, you sort of adrenaline starts pumping when you think you can actually finish quite well. So I think the highlight of the race was probably the accident with Marty. I still don't know what happened there, so I can only apologise if it's my fault until I look back at it.
It looked a bit, I have to say, it looked a bit strange even on our screen, because it looked like your car was on the outside of his, and then his spun. So yeah, I didn't really understand it either.
And
that was got to be the best pass of the season, though.
Sorry, there's a lot of people talking in the iRaces. I can't really hear.
But we can hear it.
Well done, great win, mate.
I'll just minimise the game a sec. Yeah, I don't know. I was going on the outside and he just sort of spun. I don't know if it was netcode or I turned in a bit too sharp, but you know, I'll have a look in a minute, see what went wrong.
What you didn't see there when you minimised the game is you nearly caused a 3-car pile-up.
Ah well.
on the start, on the entry of a pit lane. Good job, mate. And you know, the CSC guys have been very strong all season, and just couldn't prize that first win away from them. But you did have good pace, and are you going to be back next season?
I'm definitely going to be back next season. I'd just like to thank Chris Lucky for the setup. It's probably one of the best setups that I've ever put on this car. Just like to thank Lenovo as well for all the support through the season. But yeah, just couldn't quite get the first win. I knew that I had the pace because Simon was getting a bit sideways before the first pit stops, and then we got caught up in the traffic, which was a bit scary. But you know, I'm happy with second. I think first would have been a bit too much. I know that Simon's quite a hard guy to pass. So yeah.
Yeah, well, we were on board with you for a short while, and the car, it really did look absolutely dialed in. There was very, very little work you were doing with the steering wheel, which we made a point of sort of saying, you know, how good the car looked underneath you. So yeah, Chris Lucky, obviously former driver to the league. You might be back for the odd guest appearance here and there, but hell of a teammate. Nice to have that set up there. Keep that one in the in your back pocket, buddy.
Yep, I'm backing that thing up.
That's one thing about Chris, is he's always been known for setting the car up really, really well. And you know, Brands Hatch, all the British guys we always seem to do well on this track, so it's good to see you up there. And next season, are you going to try and do the whole season and try and win the title?
Yeah, I'll do all the races, but not going to say that I'll be up there with the front guys because there's a lot of fast people in this league. I'll drop in and out, so I'll just try and do my best and see where I finish up.
All right. Well, I'm sure that'll be. You'll finish in a good position if you do as well as you did today. So Tommy Cumper there, second place. Alex, I think that was a great end to the season for him.
Yeah, great race. I'm looking forward to seeing you back next season, buddy. And yeah, wish you and all your teammates all the best next year.
Thanks, guys.
Alright, just quickly talking to the CST lads.
It's great to see.
Get them up.
It's great to see as well, Alex. That Tommy, even though he's we know how fast he is, that he was still very nervous about finishing second. He still really wanted to get through the last few laps, and I think that's great to see. Humble and modest as well as a very fast driver. So excellent.
Just very quickly, just going to organise some stuff. If we can drag the CST lads up here, we'll have a quick chat with them.
Be interesting to hear what they've to say after such a great season. Just while we're waiting for that, Alex, who's your driver of the day, mate?
Oh, it's a tough one, actually. I think I want to give that to Dave Oliver. 5th, started 16th. I think he had a pretty fantastic race, to be honest.
And he was in the gravel after 2 laps.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
He was well in the gravel, wasn't he? Had a kill.
Right, sorry about that. I'm playing with the thing. Everybody's seeing it on stream as well.
There's some good races all the way. There's some good performances all the way through, isn't there? Middleton, Journey as well.
Yeah, let's drag the race winner up for an interview. Actually, I'll get his teammate up at the same time because they've won the Constructors' Championship as well. Good evening, fellas.
G'day, guys. How are you?
G'day, guys.
Congratulations to both of you. One for the championship and one for a race victory. Simon, just tell us a little bit about your race quickly. Dominated it today, I feel, start to finish.
Yeah, I was comfortable today. Probably one of the best races I've had in a while here. Everything went to plan today, so I just tried to keep it steady and not overdrive the car so that I could sort of keep consistent, and it worked out for once.
Well, he might have won the championship, Simon, but now you've got the bragging rights that you got to win and he didn't.
Oh, you'll be six between us, but I think Marty will have it, so congratulations, buddy.
So you've got that for the off-season, mate.
As a team we do too, so that's pretty good.
So, Marty, tell us a little bit about your race and your thoughts right now as well. Wrapped up the championship. Stuck it to your team, mate.
Yeah, for once. No, it was good. It was a good season. Just been trying to be consistent, I think, was the main thing. I think ended up 10 starts and 10 top fives, and then I think that's the only reason that kept me up. But yeah, on the race though, that was a bit different. I had a bit of damage at the start, so I had to go all the way to the pit stop with bent steering, and then in the second stint I was going all right, and then came together with one of the other cars, and the steering was twice as bad. It was shocking.
We spoke to Tommy about that because we had a look at it, because there was a bit of weirdness going on the screen from our point of view as well, because it looked like he was just on the outside of you on one screen, and then on the other screen you disappeared completely, both of you. So there was definitely something going on at the time there. It seemed a bit weird, and yeah, but we'll have a little review of that back. But I think he give you the place back, did he? And then but the damage just too much to carry on with.
Yeah, I was second half lap slower and struggling to stay that. So it was hard work, especially when you're driving around that many laps around a track like that with steering, at 45 degrees and a big big bit of play in the middle. So yeah, there was a few hairy moments. I nearly pulled my computer desk on top of myself, which wouldn't have been too good. But
Oh dear. The first ever posthumous V8 SuperCar champion I think we would have had. I think you mentioned the 10 top 5 finishes in 10 races, and a few of those races, well, as we've seen them all, you pulled out a Houdini act to get the top 5 position. I remember one of the races you were last after the first lap, and you managed to finish. I think you managed to finish on in the top 4. Sorry.
yeah, 4. Yeah, that was VIR. I was pretty lucky that one of the guys, Nick Rainbird, I think, ran out of fuel, and yeah, last lap picked up 3 spots. That was from dead last, and yeah, there was another race where I went to last as well. Oran Park, last round. Yeah, I went off at the first corner, and then yeah, ended up back in somewhere in the teens, and then yeah, ended up coming 4th again. So yeah, just a matter of trying to get on the track.
Well, you've not had it all your way really this season. It just goes to show, you know, you've had to fight your way through. It's not like you've been sort of qualified 2nd or 3rd and just sort of stuck there and picked up the top 5s and that. You know, you've had to fight for it as well. So really,
oh yeah,
a shout out needs to be done for that, because you know, you've shown that you've had the pace, you've got the ability to get in there and mix it with everybody, make the moves, get the overtakes done on tracks that are really difficult to pass. So you know,
yeah,
fully deserved champion in my opinion.
Yeah.
Simon, I just want to get a couple of thoughts from yourself on what this first season's been like for both of you, because it's been, you know, it's been great to have you both in the league, and as a 2-car team, you've beaten a lot of teams with a lot more drivers as well. So what's it been like for yourself?
It's been not too bad. I must admit I had a pretty rough section in the middle of the season there where I ended up with meatball black flags in the first couple of laps, so that makes it very hard to be competitive. Some of the racing I've had with Marty and Thomas and Marlon and Trevor has been excellent, so it's been a bit of fun.
You're trying to carry that momentum on into next season as well. You boys are both going to be back next season, aren't you?
Not 100% yet, but probably.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we look forward. Do look forward to seeing you, Alex. Have been a breath of fresh air in this championship.
Yeah, I agree. You know, it'd be a shame not to see you defend your title. So obviously a bit of a new structure next season. Not massively different, but yeah, it's going to be a little bit switched around a bit, and a few more prizes and things like that up for grabs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be nice to see you guys go for it.
We'll see if bribery works in the off season, won't we, Alex?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I just want to thank you guys for the commentating, and ARL, Pagny Imports and KRF for the sponsorship, and yeah, it's been a good season, and had a few the last 2 weeks when we gave the shout out. I'm at the same place tonight for a show. It's my nephew's 5th birthday, Will Brown. So happy birthday to him, and hello to everyone there if they're still listening. But,
happy birthday, Will.
Yeah, happy birthday, Will.
Oh, I've got to go back there soon, so hopefully they're still there.
Everybody will also be.
Tony Pearce from CST Australia, who sponsors our V8s. Thank you very much, Tony.
Yeah, thanks, Tony.
Yeah, you're going to be carrying on with that sponsorship next season. Is that a sure thing?
Pretty much.
Good.
Yeah.
And are we expecting to see a driving school session anytime soon?
Yeah, well, I've got penciled in for next season, so probably every 3 or 4 weeks we'll have a driving school in season 1.
Just make sure you come and tell us of that, and we'll give you a shout out for next season when you're doing that, so the guys know where to go and look.
Yeah, just one.
We'll help them the best we can. We know how to the super fast guys, but
just one question I want to ask you boys as well. Are there any plans for any more CST drivers next season?
I'm not too sure if the other guys are available on Saturday nights, but we'll have a talk to them.
I know one guy, Daz, he's one of our mates. I think he has trouble with the American servers. He said if it was Australian server, he'd probably have no worries at all. So because he races on the Australian server, but he said he seems to have a bit of trouble. And he doesn't want to ruin anyone else's race. So, but yeah, he'd probably be one of the guys that'd probably hop on board. So
yeah, it was something certainly to look at. It's the I guess that's the only trouble with this championship as far as picking the right server is that you have drivers from all over the world, so it's picking the most optimal server is it's not always easy.
And I think we are looking at that for next season, so that is something that we'll be telling you guys about shortly, I think.
Congratulations again, guys. Race victory, championship. Very, very impressed this season, and yeah, go and celebrate with some birthday cake.
Will do. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, fellas. Well done.
Well, that was your race victor and championship winner.
I think that was a perfect way to end the season, Alex, with those two in the booth with us.
Indeed.
Just a quick one then. It is the end of the season. Been another terrific one. Any standout highlights for yourself, mate?
I don't know. I mean, we did have a fantastic few races in the middle of the season that was so close. It's hard to pick out one or two like really focal points, because as we were saying earlier on, there has been battles pretty much all race, every race. I do remember, one thing probably does stick to my head is, Road America, start of the season, that like 30-car grid that's raring down into turn one.
And everybody crashed on the straight, didn't they?
Yeah, I do believe so.
I think that was. We had such high hopes for that one, didn't we? And it just didn't go very well at all.
It's just great to see the numbers. The league has really just gone from strength to strength, and each week we're getting sort of 20 drivers in there, and I look forward to next season and hope that we can do that as well. Whether there's going to be a cap, if there is going to be a cap, it's going to be around about the 30 range rather than anything lower than that. So,
and the standard this season, Alex, has been much higher than it has been in any other season. I mean, just take, for instance, I don't want to pick on Tim Falters, for instance, but in season one he was finishing in the top 4, the top 5 nearly every single race. We've barely seen him up there this season, and that's not down to his ability, that's down to the competition that he's had to face.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the drivers improved as well, that's the thing. I mean, you look at some of them, times they were doing last season, they definitely found a bit more time out of the car as well. And some of the guys at the back as well, they're finding time as well. So it's great to see the field slowly coming together, and the more we do this, and the more the guys practice as well. And I think that's something that as a league that we might try and focus on next year, is putting up the odd practice server up as well, so guys can compete. So for the Americans and the British guys, they can sort of practice together and at times that are suitable for themselves. So we might see if we can't do that, like a couple of midweek practice sessions for all of the different servers and things like that. I know the guys do it sometimes with teams, but it'd be great for as a league to put that service on for them as well. So maybe that's something we'll look into.
Yeah, definitely. And I know you mentioned the CST driving schools as well. If any of the guys are listening who they hang around near the back of the field or in the lower midfield, it is really worth go and speak to these guys and get some expertise and get some setup help and things like that. And suddenly, if you find yourself with an extra second a lap, suddenly you're much higher up the field every race, and it'll make it only more enjoyable for yourself. So, I'm sure a lot of these guys will try and better themselves in the off season, and also, some guys have had shocking luck this season as well, Alex. Richard Stamenkovic, I can think of one that has not had any breaks whatsoever.
Yeah, Justin as well. I don't think he's made it past the first lap. So it'd be nice to see him commit to race every race next season, because he's a hell of a driver as well. So very, very fast, and he definitely can fight for a championship next season. He just needs to stop rage quitting after he has a little accident on turn one. As we've seen by Marty, you can have fights and you can still fight your way back and win a championship. So Justin, get your butt in the car next season, race every race, don't quit out on lap 1. Yeah, we want to see you up there fighting for the championship, buddy.
We know he's good enough. We know this. Needs a bit more of a
His
I hate to
teammate
say
need to
better
kick him up
attitude,
the
but I think
kick
he
him up
needs
the
to-
arse.
Yeah, exactly.
Get him in that car. Get him committed to it. So
Come on, REM lads, if you're listening to that, tie him down and force him to drive.
yeah, buy him a new wheel, whatever it takes.
Yep.
There's always something wrong with his wheel. Anyway, I think we're gonna wrap it up about there. Just yeah, big shout out to everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody who watches it live and those that watch it back on YouTube even. Thanks to the REM chaps actually who have embedded our live broadcast into their website as well. So that's much appreciated. The more following we can get, the better. But yeah, from me, it's a farewell for this season. Another fantastic one, and I look forward to next season.
Yep, and thank you as well, mate, for all the help and all the commentary of this season, and giving me the early morning wake up calls with the text message, which is always helpful.
You're more than welcome.
And yeah, just again, mate, you've done a hell of a job this season. Fantastic.
Yep, thanks very much, buddy. We will see everybody next season for round 1, wherever it may be. We do not know at this point, but we look forward to seeing you all back there. Have a good night or good day, and see you then.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Take care.
I can tell you about iRacing's precision-engineered cars. I can tell you about iRacing's authentically detailed tracks. I can tell you about iRacing's incredibly satisfying physics.
But what I can't tell you is what it's like to be part of this.